hello, everybody, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, give us a thumbs up and a big hug because we missed all of you so much while Sister Wives was on their little sabbatical. But don't forget, click the thumbs up, subscribe, tell a friend, join us in our live chats and in our comments section. Okay, so hear ye, Sister Wives has returned. It is still season 19. We're at episode 21, and this episode's name is The Land of Milk and Honey, question mark. I read so much into this episode title, and it wasn't about Janelle's new venture over at Tata Farms. I thought it was all about the crumbling relationship of Robin and Cody.
Okay, so I was thinking, I was thinking along the same lines, to be completely honest, but I thought it was going to be more about, I don't know. For some reason, I thought maybe we'd know more about Christine and David's like business ventures or how they rub their Cody's face. But I enjoyed the parts about Janelle moving all this stuff. I really did, and I was kind of irritated at the fact that um, Robin didn't dump Cody in the first episode. But I did chuckle at the fact that Robin left her website up. She ain't making no jewelry. It's on hiatus, but yet she's still collecting good people's money. But maybe that's just me.
Mm.
I mean, it sounds like a little scamish to me to say, yeah, the cart is still active, but the business is on hiatus. Okay,
Mm.
if you say so.
Well, I think that they took a hiatus over Garrison's anniversary. I think it would have been too much for Janelle.
True.
Um, uh, Wait. Hi, everybody in the chat. Hello. So, hi, Lena. Hi, Wendy's Front Yard. I saw you over in Madsy's chat. Hey, boo. Let's see. Hey, Ryan. Thank you for joining us today. Let's see who else is here. The patio is way different from the attic. Yes, it is. And see how much better that it looked downstairs in the patio. My God. And it's still open today. Oh my God. Robin admitting to fraud and or theft on TV is so funny. Yes,
Yes, it is.
but her blasé attitude, just openly laughing and mocking these women during this episode, I think I like this new production company. I really do. And I thought it was very interesting that Cody said at one point, um, Robin can take every cent from me, with regards to doing monogamy instead of plural marriage. Wait, are they fighting? Is she threatening that? Is he getting a vision from God that that's what she's gonna do? Ah, better be careful. He's put those words out into the universe. They could come back
Exactly.
and get him. Those were felonies. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I still have unanswered questions about the McMansion. Were they going to get their deposits back from that? Because remember, Mary and Janelle gave the proceeds from their Vegas sales to buy McMansion.
Hmm.
And congratulations on the sale of Coyote Pass. Whoop de doo. Robin and Cody got away with 50% of the proceeds. Jesus
Exactly.
Christ. Anyway, where are we going to start with this episode?
I think for based on what we've done in the past and how this season looks to be playing out, we might as well just go it like chronologically just to make it easy on ourselves.
Okay, so we pick up exactly where we left off in Shreveport, Louisiana, right after they try to kill Janelle with Jesus juice, and they are moving her across country to North Carolina. She has packed up, she has left Flagstaff, and she's on to her new life, and she's looking forward to buying this land. Um, and we see her excitement. There's also an interesting conversation between David and Christine in the U-Haul, um, giving us even more insight into the dynamic and the relationships of plural married families. Who would have known that people would fight over who got the better stereo? And how many years ago was this that people fighting over stereos? Janelle owns over 100 acres. She's more than five. Yeah, it's like 150 or 180
Yes,
acres of
huge.
land in North Carolina. Woohoo! Where is their equity? I want to see the check Cody cut to Janelle. Otherwise, the fight ain't over. Well, I'm just bringing it up because I remember clearly when Janelle and Mary both said that they gave their proceeds from their Vegas sales to go into the McMansion. Um, doesn't matter. She deserves to get her equity back. Being fine has nothing to do with it. Um, I think I hate Janelle wants to cut her losses and just move
Yes.
on and stuff like that. But I wonder if her temperament will change post Garrison's passing. A lot of things can change when you lose a child. And from what I'm gathering, all of this is pre-passing. I'm trying to be very careful with how I phrase this. YouTube doesn't like talking about certain things. I agree with you, Debbie. Janelle shouldn't leave this man alone until she gets her money back. That's how I would behave, Lena. That's me. Um, I don't think she's an Aquarius. I don't think Janelle's an Aquarius, or else she would be very she would be plotting and planning.
I'm
Then
sorry.
contacted an attorney. Better yet, she would have been living up in that house instead of in a trailer. Just saying.
And
Um,
I can say that's true because I'm an Aquarius, and that's exactly what I would have done.
yeah.
Well, actually, I would have just been had them served as soon as I heard. How about we do this?
Well, as soon as we saw the money coming out of the bank account,
Hmm.
we would have been like, so where's my cut of that painting? And where's my cut of the horsey ring? Oh my God. Well, you and I would have had the forensic accountant on speed dial.
Yes.
Um, yeah, yeah. She did, and she like too easy going for me. But what we gonna do? What we gonna do with Janelle? Um, Next, we see Cody talking about cleansing his life and moving on. He hasn't spoken to Mary since he moved her back up to Utah, but I thought he was going to give her away at the wedding and all of that. What I've realized with Cody and Robin, they just show up when they have to for filming and do the bare fucking minimum and lie to us. Every time they open their mouth, there is a lie coming out of it. Um,
Hmm.
as a Capricorn, this situation could never be me. Agreed. I'm not even a Capricorn. They did a close up of the horsey ring all the time. All the time. Um, Hold on. I did have one question in that first clip of Cody. Did he say it was a final goodbye to the entire family? Like I thought
When
that was so weird when he was talking about he hasn't spoken to her since he sent her back up to Utah. Anyway, y'all could tell me whether that was if I heard correctly. Um okay, so we flash back to North Carolina and we find out that Janelle is going to be moving into Maddie's place. They've converted a mother-in-law suite over the garage for her, which I think is very, very nice. She could be close to the grandkids and be her best Meemaw self. Um, she says that they placed an offer on this parcel of land, and as soon as it closes, they'll start to build. Um, they're going to show David and Christine this land, but apparently the only person who's seen it is Maddie, and they bought it with the exception of Maddie, sight unseen. It's raw land, undeveloped. Are we buying another Coyote Pass? I hope not. Jesus Christ, I hope not.
I don't think so because are you talking about Maddie and Janelle, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so because it's full acreage and they're adults and they're gonna split it properly. So I don't see another Coyote Pass because they put in to me they said they put in an offer and it was accepted. So that means that either they went through a reputable bank and not a back alley loan shark,
Uh-huh.
um, or they went through like a real estate agent or something. So to me they did this properly, unlike the bootleg Cody way.
Yes, yes. Hi, Nikki Faces Reality. Thank you for joining our chat today. And so you heard it too. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Thank you for confirming that. Like, I thought it was crazy that he said that. But then again, why do I think anything is normal coming out of this garbage pail of a mouth of his? Yes, he was saying that he was crying because it felt like a final goodbye to the family. What a pull it back
But
in.
remember though, but Debbie, let's go back. Let's be realistic here. Remember, he used to refer to their kids as Janelle's kids, as
Yeah.
Christine's kids,
Mm-hmm.
as Mary's child. But with
Mm-hmm.
Robin, it was like these are our kids, so
Yep.
we can't be too shocked of that that's the way he said this, but it's still disappointing either way.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And I can't believe we didn't see this sooner. Oh Lord, Lena says, which is stupid because the family was broken and dumb long before Mary left, long before. That's true. But I think she was the most critical one to get rid of. No, because Tater Farms is already in the works. They're actively working on it already. Yeah, we're still a little bit behind though. We're about a year behind, 13 months, if we really want to count. Um, is already having stuff done to it. Yeah, she did admit in this episode that they were going to take it piece by piece in like chunks of 10 acres. They're going to clear land to build her a house and then Maddie and Caleb a house. And then they're going to try to develop the rest for flowers, plants, wedding and event venues. She's got really good ideas that can generate money. And someone was asking in one of these reviews, like, will flowers make money? Hell yeah. Flowers are one of the main components of the Colombian economy. They grow the most beautiful flowers. Same thing with the Netherlands. Like flowers are always in demand, and she put up a greenhouse out there and sell them in when they're not in season. She'll make a shitload of money. Um, Hold on. Yeah, but I'm saying right now we know it's not a Coyote Pass situation because they're already working on that. Yes, true. They did have a little problem with permitting, but I know that they'll get that through as well. And I think that they're, like Jamal said, they went through a real estate agent. They went through a bank. They probably had to do a business plan to submit. I know Janelle is sitting there saying, "Oh my God, I've put all my money into this." No, you didn't. You ain't gonna be that dumb twice. Um, so I have faith. I have faith that this will be better. And it's already better because she's making a killing on the t-shirts alone. um, Christine and David are glad that Janelle is not going to be by herself. Um, and then that's when we go into the discussion about how Janelle has always been so independent. And Janelle admits that, like, when they were in the rental homes in Vegas, she realized that if she was going to wait for Cody to do things with, she was going to be waiting forever. So that's when she started traveling on her own and making like, well, she was always making her own decisions. Let's just call a thing. But she just started doing what she wanted for herself without waiting for Cody. So to me, that says that she recognized from early on that Cody was otherwise occupied by Robin. Um, Janelle's a Taurus, Christine's a Aries, Robin's a Libra. Oh my gosh, she can't be a Libra like my dear departed mother. No, we reject her, we rebuke her. Mary and Cody are Capricorns. Interesting. Thank you, Wendy's Front Yard.
Wait a minute. Who's the Capricorn? Go back.
Oh, Mary and Cody are Capricorns.
I'm gonna need to see birth certificates on that with the government seal because they don't act like Capricorns.
Well, they're in a cult.
Oh, never mind.
I think that's a big thing there.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yes. Um, since most flowers are imported, they do well with the tariff wars. Yes. Oh my God. Even if she like started planting weed. Oh my God. Wait, it might
Yes,
not be legal there, but look to the future. When you're like, what do they have to do with land? They have to rotate the acreage with different plantings. Yeah, she can do that. Cody makes no sense as a Capricorn to me, even though I know he is. Ah, Tracy! Oh my God, Tracy. Thank you, Lena, for covering for me. Oh my God, you guys are so cute. Okay, so um yeah, Christine is happy that Janelle is not going to be alone. They discuss Christine saying that Janelle was so independent, whereas she sat there and kept waiting for a man that was never going to come and help her do anything or be with her or whatever. But Christine admires how independent Janelle is. And in this episode, she even says, she's so proud of how far she has come since leaving this plural situation. And she has. And I think she's with the right partner now who is very supportive and encouraging to her, because I think she has the tendency that she could fall back into those old patterns. But
right.
David, with his calmness, gives her the gentle nudges that she needs to explore these new aspects of her character that she's developing. I just love it. I just love it. Debbie having the same reaction to Tracy showing it. Ah! I love it. Okay. Alrighty. Then we see this old flashback to them camping and how all of them are talking about Cody had this fascination with the wives looking good, made up and dressed up really nice. Now I remember those old seasons. I remember those. They didn't dress all of that. But they did have on the makeup, at least some of them. They show the camping scene. And Christine is saying, while I am hot and sweaty getting breakfast ready for a mountain of people, you see Robin, Cody, and Mary sitting down while the slaves are doing the work, Janelle and Christine.
Okay.
And Robin's there putting on her makeup.
Okay. When she said that, right? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna date myself with this. As Christine was saying that, all I could hear in my head was Cinderella, Cinderella, night and day, Cinderella, do the dishes, do the mopping, blah 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 blah. I'm like, that song went through my head.
Yes. Yes. You saw the worker bees, and then you saw the queens sitting up there, but little did Mary know that she was getting dethroned.
Exactly.
Mm-mm-mm. But did you also
Again,
notice that Robin always got an excuse? She said that she
Yes,
couldn't help because she was pregnant and throwing up the night before.
right.
Sure. I wonder if she was throwing up in order to get Cody to come and take care of her because his night was with somebody else. How much you want to bet? Let's see. She says that she explains that no wonder why she was so insecure because she was always comparing because David told that story about his sister who was in a plural marriage having a fight with her sister wife over who had the better stereo. And Christine realizes that she was always comparing. Christine has been so honest. Remember when whenever she talks about this, it's always, I was the jealous one. Like I had feelings of jealousy. Now she's saying I was the one who was comparing. So I like how she admits to her being human. I won't even say they're false. It's just her being human. Polygamy, like you cannot suppress these natural human emotions. You just can't unless you're a Stepford wife. But I digress. Um, she said Cody was always putting Robin up on a pedestal. And then I think I actually made a comment here. I was like, wait, did Robin just admit to knowing that there was fighting within the family? I thought she was fucking clueless the past 3 seasons. So what is happening here? What is happening here? Um Anyhow, she says that there was so little trust in each other. It's so sad. Um, for me, 3 seasons too late, but I digress. Back in North Carolina, we see a very happy Janelle. She says it's a whole new adventure. She never saw it coming. Hold on. Oh, she's just telling us again that she sold everything and giving up all of her leases and she's officially moved. She says Coyote Pass is the only thing that is tying her to Flagstaff anymore. Um, and at this point, she's very capable of moving forward with her life and she doesn't want to have to think or talk to Cody anymore. And she's going to finally move on with the exception of Coyote Pass. I think she's still stuck in trying to get something out of that. Um, Hold on. Bet everything I ever have owned or ever will own that you're right about your theory on the throwing up dip. Oh, child. But I'm real petty. I'm real petty and have no faith in humankind whatsoever. So don't bet everything. She might have, I don't know. I've never been pregnant either. She might have been sick. I don't know. I don't bet everything you own. um we weren't supposed to remember that. Next, we get to the juicy part. Mary and Jen. Now, remember, I hated Jen. Well, I didn't hate her. I didn't really care about her. But now Jen is earning the few little dollars that Mary's throwing at her.
Okay, you like Jen. Here's the thing. You liked Jen, but you felt like she wasn't. Well, number one, you're like, well, where have you been? And number two, you're not doing enough to help your friend Mary.
Oh
That's what it was. That's what it was.
my God. I think you give me more credit than I deserve.
I
Um,
tried.
I thank you for it though. I appreciate it. Um, okay, so they're talking, and Jen is telling Mary that an email came in from somebody regarding an order that was placed on Sister Wife Closet that they never received. And I guess there's no customer service over there. So they're reaching out to Mary to see if there's anything that she could do to help them get their money back. What?
Exactly.
What?
Okay, what killed me though was she thought, well, yeah, I hope she Robin replied to that because I sent the screenshot of the email to Robin, and hopefully she's responded by now. Well, obviously she hasn't if the man is reaching out to you.
But here's the thing, this ain't the first time that has happened.
Well,
I don't have a website. Well, I pay for a website. I pay for a domain, but I've never like done anything with it. So I don't know. But everybody is saying that it's very easy for them to shut down the cart, the shopping cart.
to disable
It's
the cart,
very easy
yes,
to disable the website. She's kept that bullshit up there with all of their pictures on. I would sick my attorney right after I get the money for Coyote Pass and for the McMansion 1 and 2, because you know they rolled over that money into two. I would have Cody and Robin renting, paying me rent for McMansion 2 at this point. But after I did all of that, I would be asking for royalties using my image up on her funky, fraudulent website. And her dumb ass gonna sit there saying, I don't know, sometimes things slip through. So you're admitting that you're
yes,
taking people's money and not sending them their goods.
exactly.
Wow. Where are the feds? Where's the IRS? Like, I want to see a SWAT team that came for Jen Shaw rolling up to Flagstaff at this point.
They
Anyway,
deserve it.
Mary and Jen start talking about the relationship that Mary thought that she had with Robin. Jen says another zinger. Well, at this point, you have more in common or better friends with Janelle than you are with Robin. Ding 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 ding.
Yep,
Hello, hello. If only Mary had woke up and realized this before, but I don't even want to hear Mary talking about how you say that you're my friend, but then you ghost me for months. Like, bitch, she only spoke to you when it was required for filming.
exactly.
We realized that. And all of the mess that went on during COVID, how she abandoned you. You went and rented a house with a playground in the back, expecting that woman to bring her kids over to your house. It didn't happen before COVID, and it wasn't going to happen after COVID. So just spare us, Mary. And then Robin comes on with all of the excuses, like it was all COVID's fault. They were in Flagstaff before COVID happened, and you did not take your kids over to that woman's house. And no one could come and film in your house. You systematically took away everything from her, the pajamas on for Christmas, cooking the Christmas turkey, hosting Christmas or New Year's Eve or whatever at her house. You systematically took away everything, and the last thing you took was her frowsy husband. You took the legal status first. You took the rest of him afterwards. You never showed up, Robin. Never. And we was paying you to show up, and you never showed up. Where's HR? Where's HR? I don't know. Tracy, why is Robin buffering? I could disable a cart in 5 minutes. She literally just doing theft and blaming the customer. They sneak in orders. No, they place orders that you don't fulfill, sis. Oh my
Right.
God. Um, there's a whole blog on there and YouTube links. It's hilarious. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. The a whole playground, and she had only one child who was grown by then. Yeah, she was hoping to get camera time with Robin. Mary's trying real hard for the sympathy, but we ain't got enough for no, because you just as dumb as the rest of them. Sorry. Um, duh, duh, duh. See, this is my problem with Mary. Mary thought that she was bringing in Robin to have somebody on her side so that she can outvote the other two OG wives, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sway favor with Cody because she brought in the new hot thing. But that new hot thing was more deceitful than you thought. And she systematically manipulated all of y'all, not just Cody, but all of y'all. She worked you out of your legal marriage and head wife position. She got you set up on a catfish. She got your husband to look at you like dog water. And then she went and turned on the other two and got rid of all three of y'all. And now she's stuck with that malfunctioning piece of ramen noodle. And she can't get no sympathy from me neither. We was paying you, sounded a lot like we was rooting for you. No, we was paying you because shit, we watch the commercials between this, or we pay streaming fees. All of that
Right.
goes to their salaries, bitch. We paying her. And I expect to see TV. Okay. Mary didn't bring in Robin, Cody and Robin. I mean, correct, but she thought she was bringing them in. That's the biggest part of the con. Mary thought that she was bringing it because remember, Mary was always the director of HR in this family. She was always bringing in the wives. She didn't realize that that slut had already gotten with Cody, the biggest slut, and was maneuvering Mary from the jump. No sympathy for any of them. And Robin gonna sit up there and say that she always had Mary's back when people were plotting against her and ignoring her. Bitch, you was the one who was plotting against Mary, and you was the one making Cody ignore her. I swear they are all speaking their truths this season. Robin, Cody, they all are letting the truth slip out, and it's horrible. Oh my God. She says she never felt the divide other than when she moved, meaning Robin didn't feel a divide until Mary moved. Bitch, you know you lying because Mary, when y'all weren't filming, would be living up in Paragon. Well, where does she live? Paraguay?
Paragon.
Okay. She wasn't in Flagstaff. She was paying rent on an empty house. She was living in Paraguay. So don't tell us that you didn't feel a divide until she moved. She was a snowbird. Mary was a snowbird to Flagstaff. She wasn't a permanent resident. Let's see. Oh my God. Now we get to the most annoying part of the episode. Cody and family going to have going to Aurora. Okay, wait. Aurora is the big girl, right? And Brianna is the second girl, right?
Yeah, she's the one. Aurora's the one getting baptized.
Right. Okay. So it's Aurora's baptism day, but we're not there. We see a bunch of crumb bum pictures that Robin took from the sidelines. And we also see a major violation. Now, I'm going to tell y'all that I am not particularly religious at all. I have no qualms in saying that. However, I feel it's highly disrespectful if she's going to get baptized up in a church and he's making fun of the horse trough that they're doing the baptism in. And while he is dunking her, well, before he dunks her, he whispers in her ear the baptism prayer of another religion. Now, my thing is, if she's getting baptized into this church, this is their religion, they should pray over her. Don't be sneaking in alternate prayers from another religion just so that you could cover all of the bases, because that's telling me that you're lying up in the church. I could be overanalyzing this.
Anything for camera time.
I thought it was rude and disrespectful.
Here's the thing. and this maybe I'm wrong on this, but not too many churches that I know who do baptisms will allow someone who's not like the priest, pastor of that church to be a part of the ceremony because it's religious. And I find it kind of hard to believe that a church will allow someone who's not a part of their faith to preside over the baptism. To me, that was always kind of odd. I could be
Mhm.
wrong though.
Yeah. Hi, Lisa Rose. Hi, Stephen. Welcome to the chat. If Robin would just tell the truth about everything, I'd respect it. She lies because she knows she's been despicable. Yeah, yeah. And she lies because she knows she'll get away with it because she got Cody backing her up. And in the end, she's gonna put all the blame on him anyway. When she's taking that last nickel out of his dying hand, she will blame him. Wendy says gaslighting is a buzzword, but what they did to Mary was actual gaslighting. They truly made her believe that she was introducing them. That divorce was her idea. The catfish, the list. Yep, yep. I agree. I agree. It was a really long game that Robin and her mother were playing, but they played it very well. Cody was disrespectful, then whispered during the baptism. I feel like it was a secondary baptism for the camera. Yeah, yeah. And then he was disrespectful because he was like, "Oh my God, in my religion, only the men have authority. Like they were letting just anybody up in there to baptize you. Well, bitch, they let you up in there to baptize her. You were right. They let just anybody up in there.
Hmm.
Just him saying he whispered in her pierced ear was cringe. I don't think he realizes how creepy he comes across, especially with her two oldest girls. He comes across very creepy, and I honestly would not have any children around him that I liked or wanted to continue breathing. I would not want any children around him. I was raised Catholic, so no one other than priests did the baptizing. I've only see that kind of thing in fundy churches, or like fundamental churches like that. I guess I don't know. I don't remember when I was baptized. It was a really really long time ago, but my mother told me I behaved myself. Um, Tell it at Jamal. It was staged for the camera. Yeah, like all of their scenes are. Um, Let me see. Uh, Robin then says that none of their kids joined their church, and she feels like they failed. She feels everybody was looking out for themselves instead of building up the group. She feels that they were not including God enough. Um, But here's the thing. I thought she was talking about herself and not the other women because she's the only one who's been looking out for herself and her children from the jump. And remember she put it on the whiteboard. I want someone to take care of me and my kids.
Exactly. That was her main goal, her main focus.
Yeah. She's speaking on herself here because before she got there, those three women were doing as a community. They were working as a community. They might have had their internal squabbles, but they were working as a community, as a family. And she has been separated from the jump. She has been put up on that pedestal. She has never once worked. She cannot tell me that my sister wife's closet was an actual job. It wasn't. It was a hobby that failed. Uh, she has never gone out and got a job. Whereas when this whole thing starts, Christine is like 43 months pregnant and working night shift, where her oldest daughter had to sit there, Aspen, and take care of them kids because her frowsy husband was too busy diddling with the pooch of the new toy. on his wife keychain accessories. Like, I mean, seriously, this is just ridiculous. I feel like I'm going off on a rant today. I am so sorry, people. Um, let's see. Next we see oh yeah, we go back to Mary and Jen, and Jen's telling Mary that she has more of a relationship with Janelle than she does with Robin. And she told Mary that Robin would have never shown up on her moving day if Cody and Nathan wasn't there. And she wanted to give you that stupid junk journal that she paid over $200 for on Etsy. I need to open up a storefront on Etsy and find Robin so that she can buy from me and I never send her anything. Just it'll be called Robin's Corner. Church she joined is some kind of fundamental offshoot, not a traditional Christian church. I honestly feel Robin is very wishy-washy with regards to Aurora's entrance into this church. And I feel in her head that since she baptized her child into their Mormon church when she was younger, that nothing can supersede that. So she can go and play in the water, but she'll have Cody there, supposedly baptizing her and whispering the prayer in her ear before he dunks her. And she feels that that nullifies everything that is done for this independent church or this fundamentalist church, but it keeps the Mormon stuff intact. That is how I feel Robin thinks, which is crazy as all get out, because I thought that as an adult, you getting baptized, you know where you're getting baptized to, and you know that you're joining the church. But I'm sure that Robin will talk Aurora out of that anyway. Let's see. Yes, creepy AF. He never was like that thing. Oh, okay. Hold on. My phone closed. Yet she never took them to church. Nope. Nope. Robin definitely. Ooh! Lisa Rose. You think? Oh my God. You can rant as much as you want to be. Oh my God. Lena, don't encourage me. I'm triggered by diddling. I'm sorry. I think that Aurora is following her mom's example. She's off to church to find a fat wallet to marry, in my opinion. Oof. That's exactly what I thought. Robin and Cody were trying to nullify the baptism. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it came across to me. But how is he trying to nullify that baptism when he's in timeout from his church? Hasn't he been shamed by being charged with abandonment from Macy, from Mary? Get out of here with that bullshit. He really feels like he has a lot of power, but to me, he's just such a waste of time. Let's see. Oh, Mary says that Robin reached out to her. Oh no, wait, this is Robin saying it. Robin said that she reached out to Mary, saying the next time you're in town, let's get together. And Mary wrote her back and said, I don't know how to have a relationship with my ex-husband's wife. Robin thinks that sister-wife connections trump like the divorce. But were you ever a sister wife? I call that into question.
I find it interesting that how Robin, no matter the situation, no matter
Yeah.
how passive the situation is, if there's any small discourse, she makes herself the victim.
Mm-hmm.
Like something's always being done to her. Like if you listen to how she talks, it's always something has been done to her.
Yep.
Yet when she does something, it's only with the best intentions.
I don't know.
She is ridiculous.
We've seen that sister wife connections and relationships can survive post divorce with Christine and Janelle, right? They
Of
support
course.
each other no matter what. The children still consider them both moms. However, When you look at Robin and Mary's dynamic, it can't work because they were never friends to begin with. That's the honest truth. They were never friends to begin with. Let's see. Mary admits that it's true, and Mary says that she's not convinced that Robin would be very honest with her. And she's not convinced that the things that Mary would say to Robin um, at this stage, Robin won't be happy with hearing what she has to say,
Right.
you know? So I kind of agree with it because you're now seeing the Robin that we've been seeing and what the other wives have been seeing. Let's see. Jen reminds Mary that Robin didn't show up after COVID. Mary says the excuses, even for COVID, did not make sense. She says it's a bigger conversation. It's not even like outside of COVID. Like she's even thinking back, like to the playground, like pre-COVID, COVID, post-COVID. Robin's never showed up for you, Mary. Let it sink in. Let it marinate. Mary says that Robin hardly ever brought the kids over to her house to play. Jen asks Mary if she even wants to have a relationship. Mary says part of her grieves the relationship that they had. She thought that she was a good friend, but then other stuff through the years since then have changed. She says that if they were such good friends, she should have been able to stick it out, which is true. Robin says that she recently heard that Mary has been bashing her and making fun of her to her friends, and she
In
was
public
very
though.
hurt by it.
But she said in public though. That was the funny part. So in public.
hmm And she was very angry about it. So again, there you go, Jamal. It's just like you said. Everything gets turned around to her being the victim. How did we get like nobody cares about it? But we was talking about something else, girl. And you now talking about how you heard through the grapevine that somebody said she was talking about you. Shut up. Let's see. She says, she doesn't think that Mary wants a relationship. Really? Get a clue, girl. Um, Mary says that she gets Robin could feel a lot of pain and grief at the demise of the relationship, but Mary feels it too. There's a lot of anger and pain and grief involved in it. Mary doesn't know right now. It would it would have to take a lot of hard conversations to build a relationship again. Do those hard conversations include checks, um, money being given back to you? At this point, I wouldn't want a relationship with her. She's stolen from me. She's stolen so much, not just money, but like Frowsy Cody. Because Mary seemed to have really liked him. I don't know why. Next, we go back to North Carolina, and Janelle is showing everybody the land. And actually, this is Caleb and Janelle's first time seeing the land as well. There isn't any developed road to go out to this property. It is a bunch of, I think, pine trees.
Hmm.
Um, but it's more than what I have. Fuck it. It's great. It's fabulous. Um, oh, but they were in the kitchen. I thought this was really cute. They Christine and David tell Maddie and her husband Caleb about how when they were in Louisiana, they got Janelle to do her first shot. And I thought Caleb's reaction was really cute. He was like, "You got Janelle to do a shot? Are you making her an alcoholic or something like that?" I thought it was really cute. You could see the friendship and the relationship that she has with her daughter and her daughter's husband. Um, I'm glad that she found some place to land with them
Hmm.
because I feel she missed out a lot in her children's younger years. And I think she can make up for it now with Maddie's kids and be the grandma that they deserve. And Cody, I hope you're seeing this because you are willfully missing out on not only your children's lives, but your grandchildren as well. Um, don't she like the rest of the women make time to go and see their children who are scattered all across the United States? That's what happens when you have kids. They leave the home and they go and start their own lives.
Oh, but you remember
Your
he has this.
crazy house with those adult children still living at home dressing like they're 6 years old. Did y'all see Aurora's outfit at the luncheon? She had a fucking ribbon tied up in the top of her head. And at one point, Brianna was there looking like she was having a fucking seizure, talking about, I want to find my soulmate, just like how you guys did. I so wanted to punch both of them in the side of their head because I feel that on the weekends they sneak out of the house and they head down to the strip club, and one of them is called Bubbles and the other one is called Monkey, and they are making coins down at the strip club. That is my opinion. They're adults now, so I can talk about them. I will wait on that little one um, to see what I say about her. Hold on. Janelle is thriving. Yay. Um, In Touch says she got those 100 plus acres for only a quarter of a million. Seems awfully low. Could never live out in the boonies like that though. Janelle didn't do research on the land. It's in a flood zone. That's why the land was so cheap. It was like 260, excuse me, 260,000 for 180 acres. Look at the recent flooding in North Carolina. That's dangerous. Oh, maybe she can build like on, on stilts or something. She should check out how they do it in Guyana. Um, I don't know why Janelle is so opposed to buying a ready-made house. You know what? I sometimes when you have this dream, and it seems like she's had this dream for a very, very long time. She wanted land, she wanted to be able to build. She doesn't want anything outrageous like the $2 million McMansion Part Deux. She just wants something that she can call her own, that she's tailored to her. She's lived in rentals and other people's houses for her entire life. I think she might want something that she can stamp it and call her own. And
Oh,
there's
no, I
nothing
think that was
wrong
her
with that.
dream. You know what? It was her dream. And
Yeah,
what I think her process is. It was
yeah.
her dream to build. Like she wanted to build a Coyote Pass. She went through the whole campus situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in her mind, she was like, well, basically, the reason why I didn't get my dream what I wanted is because I was tied to other people. I was,
Mm-hmm.
other people kind of held my destiny in their hands. Now that she's broken free, she knows that she's gonna get it done, and that's what she wants, and that was what
Mm-hmm.
she was looking for. So I don't blame her on this one.
Okay, I want to correct myself. What Caleb said was that they were corrupting his mother-in-law. So yeah. So that was the note. I said Cody's a piece of shit for trying to rewrite what he said about his rock hard abs that Janelle wanted. And then he doubles down on it and then throws in buns of steel to make me want to thoroughly gag while watching him. Um, then we see somebody brings over bison meat and blueberries. Is that what they? Okay, so
That
I
was
was
Caleb's.
confused.
That's
Who
Caleb's
does
friend. Caleb's friend James, I think his name is.
that? Oh, okay, very nice. They talk about the new names for the property that they're throwing around with each other. One of them, someone says, sounds like a variety of weed. Name it that. People will come.
Hippie. It was
Um,
like, what was it? Hippie something.
yes. I don't know why Janelle is so opposed to it. Okay, sorry. I could definitely see Janelle living in a large, tiny house. It's, it was always been her dream to build something since she married Cody. She obviously is allowed to do that. Yeah, she absolutely is allowed to do that. Caleb did say the alcoholic thing. You're turning my mother into David friend. Not oh, it's David's friend.
Oh, it's David's friend. That was Taylor's friend.
Thank you, Love Bug. Let's see. So they head out to the property to go and see it. Um, Janelle says that she put all of her money into this sight unseen. And my comment was to that was, "Don't worry, Janelle, you're gonna get some more money. Do another season, you'll get some more money." Um, he gave David the lap dance. Oh, that's the one that did the lap dance so much better than Christine. Okay, we like him. Um, we're back to the meal for Aurora's baptism. And this is where poor Brianna looks like she's having a seizure, talking about soulmate. And this leads in, this is so scripted. This leads into the discussion about Robin being wrong for saying out loud that he was her soulmate. Um, but then they break it down and said she shouldn't have said it, but it's okay for her to feel like he is her soulmate, but he can't say that she is his soulmate because he's married to 3 other women. So it has to be equal and fair, which it was never equal and fair because Robin always got more than the rest of the women. And as a matter of fact, if you really think about it, the OG3 paid for Robin's participation because the original 3 was paying into the family account and Robin was only making deductions. She was not paying into that account. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, Cody saying there was so much backlash about the comment. Nobody gives a fuck. But it flattered him from that day till now. She says in their culture it's inappropriate. He could be her soulmate, but she can't be his. Robin's I said, wait, is Robin now admitting that she's never been married in a plural relationship? Like she's never been in a plural marriage? The person who swears they know the most about plural marriage finally admitted in this episode that she's never been in a plural marriage. My, how it shows. You still ain't in a plural marriage. Let's just call a thing a thing. She now realizes that it wasn't a fair thing to say because he had other wives. Janelle says she was surprised that Robin and Cody started using the word soulmate because they would have to have realized how devastating it was to the other members of the family to hear that. Christine says using the word soulmate in a plural family is not going to go over very well. And she thinks that they worked very hard to hide how very special their relationship was, meaning the 3 of the original wives worked very hard to hide how special Cody and Robin's relationship was. So that means all of y'all are culpable for fooling us. Let's see. Cody says that whatever reason the breakups have left hard feelings. Wait. Oh, but Robin just doesn't indulge it much. She lives by ignoring everything that's going on around her unless it involves her. Cody says that as the women left, they stole some of his confidence. He's vulnerable and he's a fool, as she, meaning Robin, can take him for all that he has. And I said, those were quite interesting words. You might live to regret it, Cody Brown. Very interesting that he would say something like that.
On camera.
Uh huh. I think we have to start reading between the lines with regards to what Robin and Cody are saying.
Agreed.
Um, then we see
I thought she was laying
Christine.
groundwork. I thought she was
Uh,
laying groundwork for the. I thought she was laying groundwork for the divorce last season.
I think she still is. I think she still is. Um, I think she pacifies him enough. She's got the big house now. I feel that she is either going to divorce Cody or send him to jail. And God help him if he has an insurance policy, because bitch, he could be going to the cemetery. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Christine said that they have bought this land, but it's not going to be like Coyote Pass. It's 150 acres. Christine said that she never wanted the country lifestyle like how Janelle did. Mary says that she like that isn't her dream to like be a farmer or anything like that. She says her dream is to travel. And yet, well, she did take that trip to the UK, and she does
Mm-hmm.
go on those award trips for her MLM on the cruises. So good on her. We see the realtor, we see Caleb, he looks excited. Um, like even David and Christine are like amazed at what they have done by just purchasing this land. And I think what is most important here is that they see a future and they see opportunity. They see this going somewhere because Janelle, Caleb, and Maddie are going to be like spearheading it and getting it done. Unlike Cody, who just procrastinates and lies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, this is where they said they're going to do it 10 acres at a time. Janelle is still saying that she's putting all of her money into this. Good on you, girl. Robin then says that she told Cody that he was a butthole during the three breakups. But those divorces did not devalue him in her eyes. Girl. Well, I guess it wouldn't, because most of the value came from the three wives, not him.
Exactly.
So she wasn't lying there. There you go, Robin. See, I misjudged you. Robin tells her kids that who you marry is the most important decision you make in your life. And they're looking at her like, huh? And she says it impacts every aspect of your life. She says that her kids should not she says that her kids should understand what she's talking about based on her first divorce, right? Um, she says she says that she's always told them that you should know someone for for 4 seasons before you marry them. And then I was wondering what they were drinking. Like, were they having champagne? But it looked a little flat and it looked like pea color. So maybe it was like apple cider. I don't know. But all of them were toasting. Um, he drinks alcohol, right? Because I've seen pictures of him coming out of stores with like boxes of beer. I'm just wondering for a friend, aka their father. Yeah. Oh my God, Wendy. She gets a kick out of bad talking their daddy. I don't think you should do that. Like, I mean, if they're a mass murderer, maybe. I'm guessing grape juice. It wasn't that dark though. I think it was like apple cider. Because even the little girl had it. So done. No worries. No worries. We head back over to North Carolina. Everyone is still out on the land. We find out that it has a lot of wild animals out there. There's even a black bear. There's snakes. Um, somebody found some bones. Lord have mercy. I hope they just chicken wings. Oh. Um, she expects that Janelle expects that the first 5 years will be really hard. Again, it's going to be a lot of work, but it will be very worth it. Christine is still trying to get Janelle to get on a dating site. Now she's talking about farmers only or something like that. Janelle ain't even thinking about penis right now. Christine, stop. Just, oh my God, just tell her about you and David. That should be enough. But Christine says that Janelle deserves to make her dreams come true. And that's what she's doing. We see Janelle saying that it's so interesting to be on this piece of land and to know that this is where she was meant to be. This is her home place, and she has a vision and she's going to go after it. Good for her. That's how the episode ends. Oh my God. With you guys, I want to take that back. I want to take that back. Literally told them the OG3 that the OG13 that he forced yes, the purity speech, right? Oh my
Hmm.
God. That was so cringeworthy. And like he was sitting there. Like, what was she saying? Y'all notice how quiet Ari was at that lunch? I feel they edited a lot out with her because she cannot be quiet. She can't be quiet. And she was the first one to put up her glass to cheers. I don't know. I don't know. I'm in shock because I highly doubt that you're lying. No, she did. It was called the purity speech. And she sat up there and told all of them children that don't give away your purity because it's a gift that you should give your husband. Someone took hers and she regretted it. And that's how she had to wind up getting married because she got caught out there and her oldest kid is dating. And he was sitting down there with all of them kids. It was in Las Vegas, wasn't it? Oh, that was so cringy that she was talking about her kids like that. And then bad talking the husband because obviously he's the one who stole her purity, aka graping. I can't say the word, but y'all know what I mean. It was so embarrassing. Like, I was embarrassed for her children. The purity speech. It looked like Robin was holding Ari back at lunch. Well, somebody has to. They made a whole episode about the teaching lessons to the kids. Yes. And I think I heard that, garbage talk that Cody forced her to do that. Because you remember like how he used to give the list to Christine and to Mary? That was probably on a list that he gave to Robin. Child. Gee, I wonder why Dayton is messed up. Yep. Yep. And why he chooses not to participate on this show.
Exactly.
And probably why he chooses to go home and live with his dad, if that rumor is true. I hope the first question he asks is, Dad, did you grape my mom? Oh my God. Horrible, horrible. Well, anyway, y'all, that is the end of the episode. This was Sister Wives season 19, episode 21, The Land of Milk and Honey. I honestly feel that title refers to the crumbling relationship of Cody and Robin. I don't think it's all milk and honey with them. Let's see. So Dunn says it seemed like the one sister was going to say something during the toast, and Cody and Robin looked at her and she changed her words to like, you're also in love. Yeah, that whole thing between Aurora And well, Aurora didn't really say anything much. It was Brianna who started off with the soulmate thing, and it seemed like Robin was prompting her to say that. They're all so very
Agreed.
choreographed in that family. It's ugh, gross. Cody said Robin being divorced gave him the ick factor. That's true. He didn't like it when he first met her because he likes to be the first one to plow through there. But she, according to the according to the KY jelly that was on the nightstand table, she probably gave him a different virgin hole to go plow through. So it was all good in the end. Um, let's see, Cody and Robin being divorced. Yes, that's probably why Robin said that. Probably, probably. All right, guys, we will see you tomorrow. We are going to talk about our well, Jamal's favorite family because I'm already sick of them. Thousand Pound Sisters, episode 1 and 2. Jamal, be ready tomorrow because
Yes, I
it's
can't
your
wait.
turn.
Yes.
I need you to stop. Like, we can't, I'm not making excuses for these hoes anymore. I'm just not.
I mean, I think after last season, like you really can't make excuses at this point. To be honest, the way it played out, it's like, oof, really? This is
Wait,
what
my
we're doing?
phrasing?
Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to be good. Yay! So we've got a whole bunch of trash, and we're gonna try to fit in that other the two husbands and wives that all live together and nobody knows who the babies belong to. Have you seen that? It's gonna start next Tuesday at 10 p.m. on TLC.
Oh,
Have you
gotcha.
seen that? Yeah.
No, but I'm kind of curious at this point.
I miss the KY jelly. They got them to take that scene out. That was like early in the run of the show. What time? We've got the show scheduled for 6 p.m. tomorrow. Um, let's see. They played bonus scenes last night for Thousand Pound Sisters episode 1. More talk about Amy's new man, which is revolting. I want to know what news reporter is he? Who he report for and what do he report on? Um, but we'll talk more about that. I need somebody to go back and look and see if he has all his teeth. Listen to yourself back, Debbie. The last comment and where you pause. Oh Lord, I don't like to listen back to myself. I really don't. So forgive me if I said anything offensive. I'm sorry. I was going off on a tangent today, y'all. I apologize. It's been a rough lifetime for me. Jamal, any final thoughts on this crumb bum show?
I won't put it this way. We gonna be dissecting this, not dissecting it in a bad way, but we have to read between the lines between last season and this season. We gonna have to really listen because, like we said, Robin's laying the groundwork for divorce, and then Cody saying on camera that she could take him for everything. Here we go.
Let me tell you my prediction. He's going to wind up in jail, divorced, or in a cemetery. He's got those options. I need somebody to go to jail from this show though. I really do. Because the lies, the thievery, the manipulation, the MLMs, like somebody need to go to jail. Somebody. It was hilarious as usual. Oh my god. Well, thank you for taking it as a joke because I don't mean no harm. All right, guys. Have a great evening. Thank you for tuning in with us today. Welcome back, people. And we'll see you tomorrow for Thousand Pound Sisters. Jamal, until next
Yes,
time.
of course.
All right, y'all. Bye.